guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I have a review for some brushes that I just received in the mail. A company named My Makeup Brush Set contacted me and asked me if I wanted to review some brushes. So I picked out the two sets that I was interested in and they sent it through to me. This review is only going to be on one of the brush sets. I am going to do a separate review for the other set because they are very different brushes. Now this is a brush set with 10 brushes and I have actually used 8 of the brushes, but I am going to be showing you the other 2 that I didn't use and tell you what I would use them for. I've been using these for about 2 weeks and I've really been enjoying them, and I'm just going to walk you through each one of the brushes to let you know how I use them and my thoughts. The first brush I'm going to use is a flat shader brush. This is a synthetic brush. It is sort of rounded and has a point towards the center, so it's really good for getting into the corners near the tear duct area. I just loaded up the brush and packed on my lid eyeshadow with this, and I just kept applying it and packing it on. And I found that it did a really good job for this. It is a synthetic brush, so it did pick up the powder product very well. The next brush that I used is actually this dual-ended brush. It has a angled side and it also has a thicker angled side that is also rounded at the same time, and I thought that I would use this brush to pack on dark eyeshadow in my outer V, and it actually did a really good job. I used a stamping motion as well as a blending motion, and I stamped on and blended in the darker color in the outer V of my eye until it got to the intensity that I wanted it to be. At this point, I've already done my face makeup and I am now using another brush, and this is one of my favorites out of the set. It's a rounded, fluffy brush, and I use this to set my under eye concealer, and I went in with some translucent powder and went ahead and set my under eye so that my concealer wouldn't crease. I found this brush to be very soft and easy to work with, and I liked the shape of this brush as well. It also comes to a point, so it is very easy to get into crevices very close to your eye. I then went on to use this large powder brush. Now I really did enjoy using this brush also. It was very soft. It's very dense and it's super thick. It will also be really good for bronzer, but I really enjoyed this for pressing my powder into my skin. And I usually do use brushes that look like this and that are shaped like this, so I really enjoyed using this brush. It was soft and I didn't get any shedding whatsoever. I then went on to another brush that I really enjoyed using again, and this is a sort of what I would call a paddle brush because of the shape of it. It is very sturdy, well made, super soft material, and I use this to apply bronzer around the perimeter of my face as well as the hollows of my cheekbones. It blended the product really well and it was very soft, and I really enjoyed using this brush. The next brush I'm going to use in that same bronzing powder is actually a contour brush, and this is not your typical flat contour brush. This is actually a rounded brush that is pinched in on the sides, and this brush gave me a really precise nose contour. This is not something that I usually do, but I found it very easy to do with this brush. It applied the bronzing powder very precisely, but it also helped blend it through, so it sort of acted as a 2-in-1 as a contour brush for my nose. I then used the same brush and went into a contour powder and I chiseled out my cheekbones. This gave me again a very precise line, but it was not very harsh because of the rounded shape of this brush. I then went back in with the brush that I used to apply my bronzer and I blended out the contour with that brush. Then I used the same brush that I used to set my under eye concealer to apply my blush. I really liked the shape of this brush. I did enjoy using it. Again, this did not shed whatsoever, and I used this to apply my blush. The next step is eyebrows, and I used this dual-ended eyebrow brush. One side has a spoolie that you would use to comb through your eyebrows, and the other side is a angled brush. First, I combed through my brows with the spoolie, and then I loaded up the angled side with some brow powder, and I went on to fill in the sparse areas of my brows. I found this brush very easy to use. I really liked the precision of the angled side. The spoolie was also very firm and combed through my eyebrow hairs very well. Next, I went back to that dual-ended rounded angled brush, and I used the rounded angled side to apply highlight under my brows. I just went in with a lighter tone and I used the rounded angled side of that brush to apply highlight. The last brush that I use is actually one that you can use for contour as well, but I use this for highlight. I really liked the shape of this brush. It was small and precise again, and was able to pick up just enough product to blend through. And again, this brush was very well made. It was very soft and it did not shed whatsoever. So this is the finished look that I achieved with the 8 brushes that I used from this set. Now there are 2 other brushes in this set, and one of them is a dual-ended brush. One side has a angled liner, and you can see it right there, and the other side is just a straight liner brush. Now for this look, I didn't use any eyeliner, gel eyeliner whatsoever, so I didn't really use this brush, but I have used this brush before to highlight the inner corners of my eyes, and I found it very good for that because it is very precise. And the last brush from this set is another dual-ended brush. Now this brush would be perfect for contour as well. It is an angled brush and it is also a rounded angle, very similar to that of the one that I used to pack on colors on the outer V of my eyes. And then the other side is actually a dual fiber rounded top brush as well. Now you could use this to blend in concealer, you can use this to blend in foundation. It's really good to get around corners. I have used this brush also. I found it to be very soft. These brushes are affordable, they are soft, they are very well made. I did not experience any shedding whatsoever. I did wash them at least once and I didn't have any issues with them being misshaped. They dried very quickly because they are all synthetic brushes. And overall, I would say that I would recommend these brushes. If you're interested in them, I will put a link in the description box below to the exact set that I have here. I hope that you enjoyed this video and you found it informative. I would really like to thank the company for sending me these brushes. Thank you so much to my makeup brush set. Stay tuned for my next video where I will be sharing another brush set that I did receive from the company. If you are new to my channel and you liked what you saw today, please feel free to subscribe below. Thank you so much again for watching this video, and I'll see you in my next one.